Hey up guys, leedsladlovescoins here. Welcome back to the channel. Slight change of plan. As you can tell, I'm not doing the Susan B. Anthony's today. I'm moving back to my English stuff and showcasing my florin collection. This is the second issue, so debased silver of George V and George VI, his son. This series ran from 1920 through to 1946, but I've only got slots for, as you can see, 1921 moving forward. So 21 to 46, you can see a couple of empty spots. I'm going to be updating the coin collection and showing you a couple of really nice coins and discussing some things. So as you can see, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm missing the 25. So I picked this up at auction. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Lovely coin. To get these in uncirculated, they are pretty darn expensive. This is absolutely very fine to about extra fine. You aficionados out there may tell me different, but I think this could squeak very fine. It's still got luster, not a whole lot of wear. There is a little bit of wear on there, but all the details are prominent. Lovely, lovely coin. So 1925. I'm going to slap her in there. So that completes that route. That was my hardest one to find. Now, I do have some upgrades in here, or some coins that I need to upgrade, like the 21 and the 22. But let's have a look at this. Look at this. 23. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful mint luster. Absolutely uncirculated. Couple of rub marks, but apart from that, the details on the beard, the hairline, the ears are absolutely fantastic. So this is the George V second issue coinage, 500 silver. And as you can see, the inscription reads George V, DG de Gras, by the grace of God. Brit Omni Rex, which means ruler of all the Britons. And on the bottom there you can see Ind Imp is also the Emperor of India. So we've got George V, by the grace of God, ruler of all the Britons and Emperor of India. Beautiful. Now the designer of this particular coin is Bertram McKennell. You know me, I'm just admiring my coins. 1920, I say, oh, I keep hitting my tripod. 1923, let's get it back in there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coin. Here's another cracker. 1924. These are all about uncirculated. Great hair design, again luster, a little bit of tarnishing, but nothing there. No excessive wear. There's no wear at all, actually. And my ultimate goal is to have, at least in the second issue coinage, and probably the first issue coinage, to have a full run of uncirculated coins. I've only got a couple to upgrade. 1926, the florin, or 2 shillings. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful design. So we've got the 4 shields, and they're the cruciforms of state there. Again, Lovely, lovely, lovely coins. I'm so chuffed with this, to tell you the truth. Right, in 1927, it was proof only. There we go, in all its glory. British proof coins back then were completely different to American proof coins. As you can see, more subtle. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You can see how sharp the details are there. Quite a low mintage on this. The mintage was only 101,497 to be exact, so 101,000. Tiny, tiny, tiny. All uncirculated coins. The 1925, by the way, which is considered the key to this series, the 1925 and the 1932s are the keys. So the 1925, that had a mintage of less than 1.5 million. Look at this. So, all beautiful, beautiful. Great mint luster on this. You can see the cartwheel there. Absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious. Now, the 1929, I had one in there, but it was actually quite a nice coin, but it was, I don't know how it got there, but it was badly discolored. Very, very, very unattractive. So I upgraded this one at auction, and I don't know if you can see here, but let me zoom in. Where are you? There we go. Can you see this slab, this ticket right here? This particular coin came out of a CGS holder. So I picked this up at auction. CGS was the old coin grading service. CGS 80 was the grade, which makes it about an MS64 65. And you can see, absolutely stunning. Look at that. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coin, which absolutely completes that. So a mintage of just over 101,000, very, very, very low. Now, the 1932, so 29, 30, this is 32. This is a very expensive coin. Not this particular coin, but if you're buying this in mint state grade, yeah, you're talking hundreds of pounds. Bugger. I'll keep hunting, see what I can find, but you can see it's worn, but still a damn fine coin. Historic coin, 1932. I just love them. Put them in here. So again, I'm not going to bore you with every coin, but just look at this here. That is absolutely stunning. See if I can get a nice close-up. There we go. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Full mint luster. Absolutely gorgeous. Some scuffs and marks on it, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coin. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll put her away. There we go. Right. So as we move through the collection, you can see 1937, which is his father, George V, ends right here. Yeah. This is the last year of his reign, 1936, excuse me. And if you all remember from my last short, and if you haven't watched it yet, please watch it. George V died. His son, Edward VIII, came to the throne, but he abdicated to marry an American divorcee. Again, I'm just admiring my coin. I'm going to zoom out here. And then, so his brother, which was Prince Albert, formerly known as King George VI, came to the throne and was crowned. So this is his coronation crown. Again, very low mintage. The proof only had a mintage of 26,500. Less than 26,500 actually, but we'll call it 26,500. And look at that stunner. So this is to commemorate the crowning of King George VI. Still carrying the Omnirex. Indimp, yeah. So George VI, by grace of God, which is de Gras, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, DEF, Emperor of India. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coin. Now, they did a 1937 currency version, but I just love proofs. You all know I love proofs. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to bang a proof coin in there. So there we go. Here's a couple of things I'm going to show you. You know, in my, on the grading, one of the grading videos that I did, I've zoomed in here to show you, this is the Tudor Rose design, yeah, which was adopted for George VI. And the designer of this is the famous George Kruger Gray. So Tudor Rose design, you can see in the middle of the rose, the bud there, can you see how sharp those stems are? That's the highest point of the coin, and that's what wears first. So remember that. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, so you can see, beautiful. You can see how sharp they are. What is it in the flower? The stamen or something? Anyway, so beautiful and sharp. That's what you want to be looking for. The first thing, or the first part of the design that erodes is that, as you can see right here. So when you're assessing florins, that's what you want to be looking for, because that is what goes first. Right, so that's my 1920 essentially to 46 date run, all set up and complete. Couple of upgrades to be had there. I'm just going to show you a couple of my graded coins, earlier ones. Let's have a look. This is so 1887, 2 shilling florin, and you can see how tarnished it is. Let's see if I can move in a bit. Yeah, a better view. Lovely, lovely, lovely coin. Lovely coin. So that's the Queen Victoria. That's the Jubilee head. Yeah. We've discussed that in mint state 61. Is an 1893. Now this is the old head, what they call the old head. If you remember, in 1887, the portrait of Queen Victoria wasn't much beloved because of that tiny little crown balancing on the top of her head. So they changed the design And here we've got what we call the old head. Mint State 64, a very tasty grade indeed, guys. You'll have to excuse me, this is slightly, what am I saying, excuse me, slightly different design. You can see the shields. Beauty, beauty, beauty. And then, you know I'm a lover of the 1951. This is a proof. This is the 1951 easy for you to say, my Festival of Britain set. And this is a Mint State 65, an honourable grade, but I am looking to upgrade it because all of my coins in my Festival of Britain set are proof 66, 67. So I've got my eyes on a proof 67 for this, which is top pop. It's going to set me back a couple of £100. But I have got my eyes on it. I've just got to get Mrs. Leeds Love Coins on side, keep her sweet, take her out for dinner, wine her and dine her. Right. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's put this down. That's Leeds Loves Coins. Please give me a thumbs up. Clang that bell for notifications and share. Let's get the message out there. I hope you like this. Please leave comments. Tell me exactly what you think of these coins. So my Florin Debased Silver second issue is complete. Done. I will upgrade a couple as they come across, but it's not high on my agenda now. It's done. We'll be moving on to the first issue pretty soon, and then the sterling coinage, the earlier stuff. Right. I hope you enjoyed that. I've said that twice now. Smash me a like. Leeds Loves Coins. I've definitely bored you long enough. Hasta luego.